Good afternoon,
Second
Mani.
one, sir. Good afternoon. Right?
Happy
Second
Navaratri.
time. Happy Navaratri. Give me 1 second. We'll start with the prayer. Close your eyes, palms together, seek the blessing from your Guru, God, Goddesses. As you feel your done, slowly open. We'll start the class today. The same as usual. We'll see the Panjam, then we'll follow with the class. Then end of the section, we are going to discuss the horoscope. Okay. As we are in auspicious days for the 9 days of this quarter, so everybody knows, right? There was the 4 Navaratris will come. Yes or no?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this 9 days is really powerful. When the cosmic energy gives to everybody the wonderful days for the wonderful 9 days to manifest yourself whatever you want. Particularly the people who are doing any kind of the sadhana, they use this 9 days very, very efficiently. They do the meditation, chanting, or whichever the practice they are in. Do these 9 days will give them the tremendous strength. Okay. And every 4 Navaratris will give you the different benefits. Whenever we find time, we will discuss that also. But this Navaratri, the famous one, it leads to the prosperity. The other Navaratris, when it was coming, we will discuss about at that time how it will empower any individual, not only the humans, whichever the living beings living in this living in this planet, living in this dimension, they will get benefit, particularly these 9 days. Okay, let's get into the Panchang. Guru in the Mithuna, Shukra and the Ketu in the Simha, Surya and the Buddha in the Kanya, Mangal in the Tula, Chandra in the Vrakshaka, Ragu in the Kumbha, Sani in the Meena. Okay, as usual, we explain, we understand the same thing again and again. Now I'm going to repeat the same thing one more time. The people who having the Vrikshika Rasi as the Vrikshika Rasi, at the Vrikshika Lagna, the Vrikshika Rasi becomes the 8th house for them. Check yourself. This is the very best day to understand yourself. When there was the harm inside, when there was when you are surrounded with a number of the harms, so that is the moment you can understand yourself more. Because whenever you are happy, may not be can't understand yourself. But when there was a crisis comes and it was surrounded by you, surrounded by itself, then this is the day you can understand yourself more. Okay.
That means, Vanita, that means a person, it is depend if the native is Vrushchik Lagna, Vrushchik Rasi, both are same, then it will apply to both. Even the native has Lagna is Vrushchik Lagna also, it will apply what you said now.
Yeah. Why I'm telling like that? See, the Lagna is itself you, the Jataka, the whoever the person is, we are talking about that individual itself. So it's exactly we are pointing to the individual itself. Why we are mentioning about the Rasi? It is for his emotional well-being. So the Lagna, exactly, we are describing about his physical. So what we are when the Chandra over your Lagna, if the Chandra was not in your Lagna, then it won't give you the so much effect on you. But if it was in the Vrikshika Rasi, consider the Chandra now today is in Vrikshika Rasi, right? If you are a Vrikshika Rasi and the Chandra over your Chandra, that means in your Janma chart, Chandra is in the Vrikshika Rasi. Now in the Kocharam also, you have the Chandra. This is the wonderful day to analyze yourself. Because when the Chandra over Chandra will give you the different kind of the mindset inside you, And that too, it won't be exist for a very long time. Okay, it's only for 2.25 days, 2.5 days only. But
Yes.
when these days, if you analyze yourself, but there was a checkpoint also, and when this 2.5 days will come, you may not be ready to check yourself. It won't allow you to do that because you will be in kind of emotional stress or something. I'm not saying whenever the Chandra or Chandra, you will get emotional stress. No, the emotional can be anything, right? It can be the stressful. It can be you're very much happy. You feel like you're extremely happy about everything, and you feel like you can do anything you want. Whenever I'm
My
telling
point,
about the emotions, it's a mixed
Vanita,
combination.
my point is, suppose native has got Vrishchik Lagna, will it apply him for that can native also, or those who have Vrishchik Lagna and Simrashi? Let us consider Vrishchik Lagna, Simrashi. Then will apply to the person this also, because Chandra is not in Simha. You see, today's Chandra is in
Wait.
Vrishchik.
That's what I said, right? See, imagine this is your Janma chart. In your Janma chart, and you also have the. Imagine this is your Janma chart, and you
Yeah,
also have in your Janma chart, you also have the Chandra in the Vrishchika Rasi.
Vrishchik Rashi.
Now,
No, Vrishchik Lagna, Simrashi.
Okay, then that was a different scenario, right? This was the one person who's having the Vrikshika Rasi, and then another person who's having the Vrikshika Lagna, right? Sorry, similar.
So Vrishchik,
It's also right.
Vrishchik
Okay,
Lagna is like Vrishchik Lagna, Rashi is Simrashi.
okay.
Then
The
it will
two
apply.
different. Okay, this person also can see this particular day. Why? Because the Chandra was in your Lagna.
Lagna.
When Chandra in your Gocharam, the emotional, who's the emotional graha, what kind of the
Chandra.
emotion will have?
Chandra.
It was in the
Chandra.
Chandra. Now the
Chandra.
Chandra is over your Lagna. See your emotions, how you are behaving, how you are exaggerating yourself. Okay. Now you understand another person who's having the Chandra in the Vrishchika Rasi itself. This is another. Imagine this is another chart.
I am like that, but I didn't have any emotions, Vanita. Maybe as you're saying, nothing is allowing me to think. Probably, I'm happy actually. Yeah, as you said.
That's really awesome. Then this is the wonderful thing to understand. See, when the Chandra is over your Chandra, if you are in a neutral state, then that was a wonderful day for you. That's why I'm saying, when I said emotion,
But
it's not
what should
about
I think? That is what is my question. What should we think? No,
what should I?
What should we be thinking or like any part of it, like any aspect of it? That's what you're saying.
When the situation goes like this, see, Dasha Buddhi was happening, that was on one under layer, and another is the Kosharam and on your birth chart. Okay. Now this is that at this moment, touch wood, you will be feel the same thing all the years. And imagine now it was a 2025, your Dashabati was in a good state. Then the Chandra is over your Chandra, you feel that neutral state. I am get disturbed on emotionally well. Okay. This is awesome. This is really good. But you consider the past situation because it was already done, right? There was a day when your Dasabudhi was not correct, and that is the moment the Chandra is over, your Chandra was there. Then everything come into higher. Everything comes into like feel not even for a very silly thing, you will get emotional, stressed kind of stuff.
Yeah, it has happened. Yes, last sometime you were talking, it had happened like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that will happen when in your Dashabudhi was not correct, and in your Pocharam also it was saying something, and your Janma chart, the Chandra was not in a good auspicious position, then everything comes into a play. Okay.
Okay.
I hope I'm not confused you. Okay.
No, I understood. I think depending on the Dasha Buddhi you're saying, sometimes, like sometimes it's negative, small things, as you said, silly phone calls
That's what.
bus,
Yeah, if you remember, that's why I asked you to write this journal for astrology.
Yeah,
Place the Gocharam for every day and write your emotions. Then
Sure.
at the end of the year, you feel like you learned something from that because this is you. You know, you should be true to yourself, right? All the time.
Yes.
You understand. Okay, what kind of emotions you go through and ups and downs in your life, and what are the decisions you made on that day, and you see that Gocharam. And I will tell you, this is not an easy task. because one day in at least 1 to 7 days you feel like enthusiastic and okay, I want to do this, you will do it. But the entire 365 days, if you are consistent, and you will definitely reap the fruit at the end of the day, end of the year itself. But I will tell you, this is the really tedious task, and I tried it for every year, and I wouldn't be able to make it. Because the one day you feel like, okay, I can do it, but the very next day you will try. But even then, the bits and pieces, right? That is also, you will learn something at the end of the year.
Must try. Yeah.
Yeah, let's come back into the Panchang. Tidi is the Sashti, followed by the Saptami. Nakshatra is the Jeshta, followed by the Mula. Yoga is the Ayushman, followed by the Saubhagya. Karana is the Taitalai, followed by the Garaja and the Vanija. Weekday is the Ravivara. Paksha is the Sukla Paksha. Okay, now let's get into the class. Okay, Lagna, we are seeing about the Lagna Lord in every houses. Already we finished with the 1 to 10 houses. We quickly go through it, how the Lagna Lord will be in the 1 to 10 houses. Then we'll see about the 11 and the 12. Lagna Lord in the first house is really good. This is the very, they know what is their purpose of the life. Lagna Lord in the second house. Whenever there was a connection between your 1 and 2 or 2 and 11, this is a really good combination. They are really blessed with outstanding qualities. Then the Lagna Lord in the third house, these people are really ambitious in nature. And when the Lagna Lord in fourth house, they exhibit the leadership quality whenever they needed, and it has becomes a built-in capacity for them. And Lagna Lord in the fifth house, it's a blessing from the past life. Sixth house, they are very good in the finance management. You can literally say when the Lagna Lord in the sixth house means generally they are really successful. Seventh house, the only one thing about the Lagna Lord in the seventh house is sometimes they support with these mood swings. Otherwise, if they are far away from their own country, they will flourish in their life. Okay? Eighth house. These people are really good, knowledgeable people, and academic and excellent in the academic level. And whenever they inclined towards seeking the truth, these are the people who seek the truth when the Lagna Lord in the 8th house. And the Lagna Lord in the 9th house, I can literally say one word, these people are fortunate one. Okay, then Lagna Lord in the 10th house, they are very much towards the professional, and these people are the self-made persons. Okay, now get into the Lagna Lord in the 11th house. Okay, everybody remember what is 11th house signified?
Profits.
No?
Profits.
Profits.
Bhagya.
Profits.
Fulfillment of desires.
Fulfillment of desires. Yes.
Friends and elder brother.
Elder brother.
Friends and elder brother. Elder siblings.
Yeah, elder
Okay.
sibling.
Okay, awesome. And it's also your labhasthana. Okay, now what is your Lagna? Lagna is you. Lagna, when the Lagna Lord, whichever the Lagna you born on, whichever the Rasi you born on, that Lord itself sitting in your 11th house. That means when there was the connection between 1 and 11, 2 and 11, if there was an interchange or there is a combination or respecting, any way they were related, these people are really good in finance, and they won't face this one point you always remember. They never face the financial difficulties when the 1 and 11 combination moves. And particularly these people are very, very social in social persons. They won't hesitate. They are literally, they are not conservative. If they want to speak with anybody, they will go and have a conversation. These people are kind of like in a room. If you sit with the 10 people, there are the few people they are ready to talk, and there was in one or two people they are not ready to talk. They want to find a corner and sit alone. But these people are utterly opposite. And they want to interact with the peoples, and they want to enjoy the communication. This is a really social person. And because the Lagna Lord in the 7th house, and it's also the Labhasthana, and the Lagna Lord was sitting there, they're definitely success in business. But then you may have the questions, whatever whichever the business they take, they will flourish in that. Here is a check. When the Lagna Lord in the 11th house means they always directed towards whichever the business they can succeed. That is the blessing of the cosmos. That is a blessing the individual can receive. Whichever the business, this individual can incline towards it, and they know what kind of the success they can achieve in their life. They're minded towards that one. So that's why these people are success in their business. And only one, the con, I would say this is not good for the people's, the Lagna Lord in 11th house is, there should be the delay in the marital relationship will come. Okay. And
So
one
that's why they're
important.
successful. In a lighter way, I'm asking.
Possibly, yes.
Not
I
a
would say
good
yes.
conclusion.
That's possible, yes. Why,
Many will not
when
like this.
it's not about the emotion. When the Lagna Lord was sitting in the 11th house means they are always inclined towards the material things. And importantly, they give importance to themselves. When the businessman is not selfish, there is no way they can flourish, right? These peoples are like that only. That's why they making a relationship with other peoples is so difficult for them. It's against their nature. That's why the difficult it's also leads into the disaster in the relationship. But when the marriage get delayed, when their age is mature, when they are getting enormous experience, then the marital relationship will also become a success in their life. Okay, then here is the homework for everybody. What is the relation? Why this delay is here? Why the marital relationship is delayed? Because they are blessed with the finance. What is the relationship between the? Okay, now consider this is the Mesha Lagna. This is the Mesha Lagna. Okay, this is your Lagna. And the seventh house is Tula Rasi, right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Now the 11th house is your Kumbha. Okay. Now there was a different that some kind of relationship was here, right? But then they may be the same, like my 11th house, my Lagna Lord in the 11th house only, but I married at the right age. Okay. Then you have to see then you have to see in your horoscope where if it was a female, where is the Mars was placed. If it is the male, we have to see where is the Venus is placed. Okay, but this is the general. When the Lagna Lord placed in the 11th house means generally the delay in the marital relationship is a general, but should not make it as written in a stone. Okay, the Lagna Lord is in the 7th house, but why you are married at the correct age? That's not a question. Okay, then you have to see the entire horoscope, how the grihas was placed. Okay, one simple trick. Whenever you see the horoscope, you have to see at least three things at least three combinations. One is the graha which is placed in the Rashi, then the Rashi Adhipati, whichever it is. Then you have to see the significance of that, which were the questions you are asking. What is its significance here? For example, somebody was asking about they have the children. And you have to see the guru also, according with the fifth house Adhipati, and additionally the fifth house grahas, and additionally you have to see the guru also. Then if they are asking about the marriage, then you have to see the first house and the seventh house and the Mars also. If it is a female, if it is a male, Venus also. So whenever there was a question asked, then at least you have to see three things. Okay. So when you may see the horoscope when the Lagna Lord was in the 11th house and there was no delay in the marital relationship. This may happen. Then you have to see how the Mars was placed, how the Venus was placed, and what are the other combinations. You have to see everything. Okay? But the delay in marital relationship for the Lagna Lord in the 11th house is really good, because this can be the after the delay, the marriage life will be really successful. Okay? Okay, now the homework here is
Vanita, can you please repeat? You said
The
one,
combination.
for marriage we should see 1, 7 and
if it was the male, right? Male means you have to see the Venus graha. If it was the female, you have to see the Mars graha. So
okay,
it goes
first
for
house
everybody.
7,000 Mars and first house 7,000 Venus for men.
Yes. So if
Okay.
somebody was asking me about their education, then you have to see your Lagna, Buddhan Graha, and which kind of education you are undergoing. It's about the basic education. It's about the
Right.
higher education, or it's about the overseas. Then you have to see the relevant houses. Okay. We'll see about that whenever we ask the specific questions and see the exact grahas. So I'm just giving an example. Whenever there was a question arise, at least see the 3 combinations. One is about the grahas present in it, and the Adipati, whichever the grahas posited, and also about the significant grahas. Everything is signified with some other grahas, right? If it is a children, guru, marriage means Mars and Venus, education is the Mercury, and it goes on like that, right? So you have to see if somebody was asking, I want to buy a land, then which graha you have to see?
Mars.
Mars. So like that, you have to see the combination. So whenever there was a question arise, you see at least 3 combinations. Okay. So when in all 3 combinations, if your answer was seeing that it's showing the 50% of the negative, it's more inclined towards the negative. Say it is in a reversed way, like that. It's not in a good way. Some
So,
people were
Vanita,
asking.
Vanita, you are mentioned delay in martial relationship means suppose a person gets married and the relation will not be there for till end, or what you mean?
No, he
Break will
won't
be
get
there.
married.
Huh?
He won't get married.
He won't
There
get
will be a
married.
delay in it.
Marriage will be very late.
Very late. But relationship will also not be there. Good.
No, nothing to do with it.
Delay in no. What am I? If the 11th house, if the Jupiter in the suppose no 11th house is the Jupiter is saying 11th house. That is Lagna, Lagnadipati. Then that means that what is the delay in relationship means the relationship
Marriage will be very late. You will get married in year 45.
Relationship, but marriage will be there. What about the relationship? Husband and wife will be good.
They are not talking about
So
relationship.
that's not a
here.
simple answer, right? You have to look at all
Because
the other
those
combinations.
two don't want
Relationship, delay in martial relationship. That's why I asked it.
Vanita,
This only means wedding will be very late.
Okay. Thank you.
Vanita, if the Lagna Lord, let's say if it is combusted and Venus is also combusted in a male chart, then the marriage is denied, right?
Yes, but you have to see the sun also where it was placed, and
Yeah, I mean, if it
there
is
was
combusted, it is placed along with it.
correct. Okay, wait a second. Let's have an example.
I will give you my example.
Okay, give me a second. Which is your Lagna?
Kanya Lagna and 11th house is my Lagna Lord.
11th house. Mercury was here.
Yeah, Mercury,
Yes.
Venus,
Okay.
Sun.
Okay.
Saturn.
So many grahas.
Yeah.
Oh, 11th house is good, no? Vanita, actually, you said Rama, Jataka, that
All of that
11th
are
house
combust.
had all that.
But sun is there, so if it is combusted.
No.
It will combust
It is good
every-
if it is placed there, but if it is combust, then not so good.
But can sun combust everyone? Only those which are closer, no?
Yeah, all of it are closer.
Oh, no.
Okay, the Saturn is also combust.
Yeah.
Oh. And Mercury is also combust.
Yes.
Obviously, Venus also. So the sun is only going to do all the 3 works. Okay, let's see about your Venus. Okay.
So see, because
Okay, where is the
delay
Jupiter? Wait a second. Where is your Jupiter?
in Rishabha,
It's in a 9th house.
but in Venus' house.
What is it? Venus house.
Venus
Yeah.
Venus is
Shukra.
combust. Venus is not in a good. But the Jupiter was there. But the Jupiter will do your good. Wait a second.
But it's
No,
not
no one was in the 7th house.
Sorry? Nobody is in
No
7th
one.
house.
Nobody is in the 7th house.
My 8th house is my moon Ketu.
8 houses?
Moon Ketu.
Oh, oh. Hmm.
So obviously second will be Rahu.
8 houses, moon and Ketu. Definitely there is a delay in
See,
marriage.
delay
But
I
I'm
know
trying,
because of 11th, but if I'm
but
not mistaken,
now
I
I'm
read
trying to
that
find out why there was no marriage. Okay, we'll see this chart. Okay, definitely. I have your chart, right? Did I?
yeah, you have my chart.
Okay, I definitely see this. This is really interesting. When you can also find out there is no marriage also. We'll see that later, but not now. But let's see about okay, when the sun was combusted. Now, whatever the things which we learned, right? Now, for him, only the fourth Venus, Mercury, Saturn only here, along with the sun. I believe there was one more, right? Who?
There should be one
Venus,
more.
Mercury,
One
Sun,
more
and
should be there.
Venus, Mercury, Saturn,
Mars,
and Sun.
Mars. Check Mars.
Mars, where is
Mars
Mars?
Mars is in Simha.
Mars is
Oh,
in
next house.
okay. Okay. Okay, now here anybody remember about the combustion? When the sun was combust any graha, what it will do?
Their powers will go.
It
That's
will
it.
take over.
Go there.
Anyway, it is a malefic planet.
See,
So which is
the
planet?
planet's job will be gone. It will
They will
be
decrease their
taken over by Sun.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now the Mercury, what is the Mercury will do? What was in any of the Jataka, what the Mercury will do?
Buddhi Karaka.
How
Education.
he,
Education.
let's ask the Saravan itself, how he learned, he's well versed, right? How he can have an ability to
Yeah,
administrate it.
I can learn. I'm able to learn. I have my master's as well, so I was able to learn.
So the sun will give you that kind of an energy because now instead of the Mercury, the sun is in front. Sun will do the job. Now, when it comes into the Venus job is also taken over by the sun. Venus work will what are the Venus work? Venus is the
Money.
luxury. Venus
Luxury.
is your soul, Venus is your. But now the sun was exhibiting that kind of the characteristic. Now combine the two. Venus is the luxury, Venus is the grand, Venus is your spouse, Venus is your money, everything, then combined along with the sun. Now, what is the sun? Sun is going to show your authority, domination, everything. Now, the sun was exhibiting that kind of the quality. Now, anyone can answer this one? Now, Venus is going to exhibit it by the sun. If Saravanan got
being
married, how
soft
his
will
wife
be
will?
little tough. Is it what you're trying to imply?
What is it?
No, I'm just, I don't know. I may be completely wrong. No, what I'm saying, maybe Venus is soft in showing up the things. Probably when it comes to Sun, the Sun's personality is bold and daring and courageous. So will that shade of that, that will be there when even the work of Venus is shown, it may not be as soft as that, but then will that part of Sun's, what I'm saying is,
Exactly. Now
that shade of sun would be there while expressing the Venus quality also. Is that the one you see?
Exactly. Now, when the Venus quality now is going to exhibit it by the sun. When the sun was exhibiting anything, it should be in a dominator. It should be in a dominance. It should be in authority value. Now, along combined with the Saturn. Okay. Now, the Saturn is also combust. Now, Saturn. What are the Saturn's quality here? What are the Saturn?
Disciplinarian and slow but disciplined. He gives
labor,
slowly,
disciplined,
but yeah,
slow.
No, seeking perfection.
Yeah, that's what. Yes.
Yes. Now the sun is going to exhibit the Saturn. How it will do?
It will show fast, but it will not take time to. What I'm going to say.
Here is the interesting thing. We see the basic quality of the graha won't vanish. The sun is going to exhibit. Sun, which is Saturn was going to exhibit a Sun is going to exhibit the Saturn. The urgency in the mind, but the nature was delayed. It was like it wants to move fast, but it won't, because the sun is going to exhibit that. Which exhibition? Sun's nature is the speed. Sun's nature is showing everything in damn perfection. But the Saturn was delay in nature, little bit slow in motion. Let's ask the Saravanan itself. How you
Yeah.
do when anything was done in any action have to be done? How is your mindset and how you like to do?
My mind thinks fast, but for example, if I have to write something, my mind thinks fast, but I am unable to write that fast. So basically, as a result, my handwriting is unreadable. So
Yeah, you understand this process, right? Because you're okay, the mind goes fast is also another story. I will come back to that point. But now here, when the Saturn was I'm just giving an example. When the Saturn was in this speed, imagine in a 1 to 10, Saturn was going in a 1 to 5 speed, but the Sun will go in a full speed, 10 out of 10.
yeah.
Your mind is not able to drag that. Then now let's see about his chart for the mind. Who's the mind graha? Moon. Now the moon is combined with the Ketu. This is the damn bad combination. Right? When your mind was thinking, the Ketu will ask you to let it go, and it won't allow you to make a decision in a strong decision. It always comes in two ways. You can't go this way, you can't go this way, and you always been in the middle, not able to take a decision. And in that kind of the mindset, and now the Saturn is also exhibiting the Saturn's quality. You will be in the utter chaos, and you can't able to do whatever you want to do. You understand this, right? Or I'm too exaggerating?
No, you're not exaggerating.
It's good.
Okay. Now let's come back here. Okay, we'll see this.
Yeah.
We'll see this. Anybody can remember me about the Saravanan chat once in a time? We will take his chat and see this. This is really wonderful combination.
But what is the remedy, Vanita, for Moon and Ketu?
To-do
What
list.
to do to suppress Ketu?
To-do list.
To-do list.
List.
Okay.
Have a to-do
Because
list.
I'm also having Moon and Ketu, but as you said, sometimes I really start with such great speed and ambition, but in between somewhere I lag.
No, simple, ma'am. You plan your day, have a to-do list, and just work as per the
Follow
to-do
it.
list and don't think too much.
That's it.
Yeah, that is
Simple thing. Buying saris also.
See, the most important thing is not to think too much, because if Moon Ketu, what
Moon
will
is
happen?
playing with you.
Yeah, some people may call it procrastination, but the idea is your thought is to let it go, and that may give you a lot of tags. So the best thing is to have a to-do list and work as per it.
Should do. Yeah, thanks.
Okay, then let's come back here. We'll see about the next one. Significant role of your when the Lagna Lord in 11th house means your elder brothers or elder siblings is the greatest support in your life. They will plays a significant role. They may help in every phase of your life. They become the lifeline for you. They become the life support in your life. It's becomes their presence is becomes your greatest in your life.
Yeah, true.
And the another thing about the more inclined towards an autumn culture. Okay. Now come back to my question for all of you. The homework for you. The dealing marital relationship. Why it is coming when the Lagna Lord was in the 11th house? What is the relationship between your Lagna Lord in the 7th house and your marital relationship delay? Okay. If anybody can answer now, we can cancel this homework. Otherwise, we can take it as a okay. Is that okay? Yes, no?
Yes.
Oh,
We will do.
nothing is wrong, nothing is right. Okay. When you try to attempt, you will find many truths. Okay. Very first time when I tried to do the horoscope, I did it for 4 days. And I actually when my teacher was saying that okay, you see the horoscope for 1 day, one horoscope 1 day, and that is really not possible for me, because it's really time consuming and my effort and everything was going, and I am able to see only one horoscope for 4 days or 7 days, I forgot. and it was gradually reduced when the time goes on. But when it was the first time, it's taking the lots and lots of my time. Okay, that's really helpful in the later time. Okay, let's be moving into the Lagna Lord in the 12th.
Ma'am, so when we have to do this kind of analysis for all the homeworks that you're giving, we may not have notes for all these points. So is there any book that we can refer to?
There are many books, but you know Tamil?
No.
I know the Tamil books only. If I know, I don't know any. Okay, if I come across anything in English, I will definitely share with you. But if you
Please.
know about if you know, you can able to read. Okay, there are also some friends among with me. They can speak in Tamil, but they can't read in Tamil. But if you can able to read and write in the Tamil, I would really suggest to go with the GK books, who very good in medical astrology. And if you want to be really good in medical astrology, follow his books. That will give you the tremendous idea in analyzing the horoscope. But the only one
Unfortunately,
thing
I
about
don't know Tamil. Yeah.
you know the Tamil. Okay, then I will try.
Vanita, you already suggested GK's book, but he stopped publishing book. He is running an academy now.
So he's stopping up. Oh,
Uh,
when really?
I went and searched for it. Then I got only GK Astro Academy, where all the course, he's just publishing it as courses now.
Oh, he's still releasing the books because maybe I bought the books in some years back. I'll check with them. I have the contact of one of the whom of Chava I have the contact. Let me check with them.
Okay.
If it is really not possible, I don't know, because that's
No,
books are
if
really
I
bad.
search in Google, I only get courses. It's not, the books are not there.
He didn't have a website because I bought from the website.
gkastroacademy.in.
I don't know. I didn't remember now, but definitely will message.
Okay.
I couldn't remember right away. That is the books I referred because the initial. But whenever I read his books, it feels like somewhat I get agitated because something is not matching in my consciousness. Then later point in time, somewhat I mingled with his words. Yeah, you can refer any number of the books.
Vinita, I wanted to ask, a Lagna Lord in 11th house could mean late marriage or no marriage. Am I right?
No. Not no in marriage. Okay, if there is no marriage, it's another entirely different story. Okay, the no marriage you will see that later. But this is the delay in the marriage.
Delayed marriage.
How they mention it as a delay or not? When generally when you are progressing in the centuries, the age of the marriage is also different. If you see in 17th century, 18th century, the delay in the marriage, they will consider it as a 20 years of, at the age of the 20, they consider it as a delay in marriage. But now you will average age now it will be 24, 25. The person is married, they consider it as a correct age, right? So it depends upon whichever the time which we are living, you have to consider that kind of the average marriage because these scriptures which they are written, it was in very very long time ago. When they mention delay in the marriage means you have to be considered whichever the time you are living in, you consider that age. See, somebody was not married till the age of 40 or 50, you consider it as a delay in the marriage.
Okay. Thank
Vanita,
you.
the reason why even I brought my example was because I read that if the Lagnadipati is combust and if it is in the 11th, then that's actually a deny of marriage. That's the reason I even brought my example.
Ah, okay. Mercury. You remember what is your dasha and buddhi happening now? At this
Rahu
point?
Dasha. Rahu Dasha, Mercury Bhukti.
Rahu was in your second house, right?
Yeah.
Rahu dasha, Mercury. How many years it went now, the Rahu dasha?
Rahu Dasha, see, Rahu Dasha started in 2017 June. So
Oh, it's just started this year only.
no, 2017 June, the Rahu Dasha
17.
started.
9 years.
8 years.
8 years over.
Last year.
Oh,
If your
7.
question is when my Mercury Antardasha started, was that question?
No. Your Dasha was happening Rahu Dasha or Mercury Dasha?
Rahu Dasha and Mercury Antardasha. I am running Mercury Antardasha in Rahu Dasha, and Mercury Antardasha started in May 2025.
Okay, what is the Buddhi now then? Who's your Rahu?
Rahu,
Dasha, which is the Buddhi?
Mercury, Buddhan.
Mercury is the Buddhi.
Yeah.
Oh, Mercury. From in second family life, you can come. Okay, in this Rahu Dasha, you remember when the Mars Buddhi will come?
2034. That is March is the last Antardasha of Rahu Dasha. So that will be 2034.
2034. Can I confirm this one because I can't straight away say no because
Oh, yeah, okay.
there is really a possibility when the Lagnadipati was combusted. The denial or marriage is also combined with another rules. Then you can say no in marriage.
Okay.
But some of the
But
things which I find this one, the Rahu, it won't allow you to go away from the family life. It will pull you into the family life only. And somebody was saying something.
And even the 7th Lord Jupiter is in the 9th house and it is aspecting his Lagna. So that could also help him in his marriage life.
The combustion effect may not implicating him, but still we have
that's
to.
what, because the 7th Lord Jupiter is in his 9th house and the 5th aspect is on the Lagna.
Yeah.
So that could be a saving grace for him, probably. So whatever dasha if it comes in, it could happen.
Okay, we'll see this. This is really interesting to know. And every time, whenever I once in a while, I remember this chart and I thought to see this, but I don't know. And now my interesting was really great. Let me see this one again. We'll definitely see this. Okay. Getting into 12th house. Okay. Now everybody remembers about the 12th house, right? No? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is
Losses.
Vyayasthana.
Vyayasthana. Oh, yeah, Prayasthana. Yes, correct.
Losses, spirituality.
Loss. Your spirituality.
Donation,
It is a
sacrifice.
detachment. It is a detachment kind of. Okay.
Imprisonment.
Losses. Imprisonment. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And sleep pleasures.
Foreign land. In foreign land.
Foreign land. Yes.
Sleep pleasures, bed pleasures.
Long journeys. Long journeys or this.
What is it?
Long journeys.
Yeah.
Long journeys. Okay.
Foreign settlement.
Yeah,
Foreign settlement. Yeah, already we learned foreign land. Okay, foreign land settlement. Yeah. If anybody asking about whether I can settle in foreign, you have to see the 12th house only. Okay. The 12th house is a little bit special. Why? When how you are giving that much importance to your Lagna, which is the starting point of your life. What is the starting point of your life? When your soul comes into this planet, and it was starting its journey at this very particular moment. So it becomes much more important to. So that you no need to give that much importance to your 12th house, but you have to see what kind of the things which you can able to achieve when you are spiritual. See, you mean will coming into this Lagna Lord in the 12th house. Before that, I will tell you if any graha is present in the 12th house, we have to see little bit importance that will tell you whether you will have the proper detachment, that was stepping towards the spiritual, or is there any way you can enter into the moksha? Now, I will tell you one example. Now you have the Rahu in the 12th house. Okay. Somebody was telling you, okay, now I want to enter into the steps towards the moksha. What is your suggestion?
Be detached.
Is Rahu able to detach?
No. He wants more money.
He wants more money, and the illusions in his mind is tremendous, and it becomes numerous. And when one person can detach from everything, when there is no illusion in the mind and the illusion is vanished, even though if the mind was trying to create a number of illusions in the mind, they can eliminate it easily. Then this person can have the detachment power. But when Rahu was in the 12th house, what is your advice when someone was asking, I want to enter into the path which leads me to the moksha? Okay, the first thing, when the 12th house, Rahu was placed in the 12th house, this person won't ask you that. Okay, first thing.
Correct.
If the supernatural powers comes and somebody was asking this question to you, ask them, try in your next life. Okay, otherwise don't get harm yourself, because these when these people, suppose in case this is a drastic combination, Rahu in the 12th house, and they have the tremendous illusion power, and they are asking the same question, ask them, try not to do anything, do whatever you want, enjoy joyfully, and you will come into this moksha path definitely in any of your lifetime. Okay?
So on the contrary, if Ketu is in 12th house, without any effort, they would be
That will
driven
help,
towards
right?
spirituality.
Because Ketu is all for detachment.
Yeah.
Okay,
Without
here is the nature was giving you. Okay, now the nature was giving you all kind of they may have when you see the 12th house, the Ketu in the 12th house peoples, one or every phase they will see the maturity in their life. In the some people you may see in a younger age itself. There are the people 7 and 8 years they are matured in their age and they reach their spirituality just like that. But in the 12th house Ketu peoples, in their other part of the life, when they enter into the adulthood, their maturity levels becomes enormous, and we can't even imagine how much they are mature. And when the age moves on, their maturity level is also increased. Same times the detachment is also increased. And if someone is not pulling them, they will go away exactly towards the moksha only. Okay, then the question will ask, how can other people can pull them? If the family house was really strong, if the family house was good, graha was there, the auspiciousness was increased, that will pull them. That will pull them. They won't get detached that much easily. In a way, for that the soul, it is really hard for them, because their soul needs the detachment, and the family pulls them into their entanglement. But still, they have the detachment, and they can detach easily. And this is the beauty of the 12th house Ketu. That's why you may also heard this words, when the Ketu in the 12th house means that there is no next life for them. Okay.
Yeah,
It's somewhat true, but you have to consider the other combination also. But you don't have the other life means you don't have the next life. Based on the karma, you may born as a tree, or you may born as any other living beings in this planet or any other planet. You may be born in any other parallel universe also. Here the thing is, you don't have this life in this planet. That's a one single word. I was compromised. But you don't have the next life. The next life is decided by your karma, whichever you did in this life. But if you see the 12th, Ketu in the 12th house peoples, they don't accumulate a karma. If you see their life, the entire life's journey, whatever they did, they eliminate their karma. Most of the time, they suffer like anything. They rip out all the karmas in their life. every phase of their life, they face tremendous pain, tremendous struggle. One can, if anyone can see, they don't want to live a life like that. But once they travel this in a painful journey, and they are removing all the karmas in their life, right? That's why the people will say you won't have the next life. There is a high possibility we may not have the next life. Okay, now come back into the Lagna Lord in the 12th.
Ma'am, I had a friend whose mother, in the last days, she was completely bedridden. She lost her eyesight. She was bedridden completely. Someone had to help her. That went on for a long, long, long time, actually. So that friend of mine told me that when she went with that horoscope to a person, they said it seems um she is achieving moksha. That is why she has to go through this. Does it mean if you face that issue in the last phase of your life, does mean that that means you are, removing all your past karma and you're achieving moksha?
Yes, exactly it is. But the person which you mentioned, she was in undergoing this kind of the struggle in the last moment, right? But there
Yeah,
are the
yeah.
peoples they are undergoing the pain and the struggle for their entire life also, or one phase of the life also. When some peoples may face the struggle in their family life, financial life, or the end of their journey, it kind of the karma they are removing everything. They eradicating whatever the karma whichever they did in their past or in the present. They remove everything. This is the kind of the blessing, but in a way it's a struggle to anyone's soul. And
Okay.
it's a kind of a blessing as well as blessing in disguise, I would say. That's
Okay.
really
Thank you.
possible. Okay, now let's see about the Lagna Lord in the 12th house. Okay. Now, when Lagna Lord, which is the Jataka's Adipati, was sitting in the 12th house, definitely have the very good education. There is education is these people are really well educated. Even if they don't want to learn, also the situation makes them to learn. Then the people who surrounded by them, imagine a situation one person was not interested in learning, but the people surrounded with them were well educated. How this person become? They automatically become educated, right? But the situation for this, the Lagna Lord in the 12th house is like that. Even if they don't, they definitely like the education. That's a good thing here. They definitely have the good education and they are achieving the good status in their life. Yeah. Tracking that. Let's move into the second. They have the good support from the maternal side. In a simple word, the luck comes from their mother, and it's strong support you receive from your mother. Whenever there was Lagna Lord in the 12th house, you receive the strong support, and the support from the mother side is really. And you won't, if there was any support, if you like to, somebody will come and ask you this question. Is my father's side will help me or mother's side will help me? And if the Lagna Lord was in the 12th house, you can blindly see the mother side will help. Okay. And here is the side effect for the Lagna Lord in the 12th house, because this is a Brayasthana and they don't hesitate for the spending. They spend like anything. If the Lagna Lord in the 12th house, what is the best advice you can give? Control your spending. That is really not possible for them. Then what is the suggestion? Somebody make your financial manager. You give your whoever you believe who can manage your finance. Give them give the control to them. They can manage the finance. So in a way, you are really controlled in handling the money. That's the only solution, because if the money in your hand, nothing can stop you, because your nerve system was like that. You feel like, okay, for it's 1,000 rupees for a minute you spend it. Okay, then there was another thing will comes. It's a 10,000 rupees. It's just 10,000. I can spend it. It goes on like that because your nerve system was working such a way that you don't feel guilty when spending the money. You feel like, okay, it's okay. I have it. I can do it like that. Okay. And only important thing, they should not, and gambling is not good for them. In a simple sentence, these peoples are really like what I said, right means right, and sometimes it's not matched with the practical life. Sometimes it will be good for their own good also. It is um, not creating the karma by doing that, this kind of the principle. They are the follower the principle of that right means right. That's it. There is no meaning for them. But sometimes it's not good in the practical life. Not in the sometimes, most of the times in this practical life, it is really not make good in front of other person. They feel like these people are straightforward, harsh, and they are dominant, they are arrogant, ignorant. You can have a number of titles because of following this one principle. Okay, even though they are spending without the hesitation, they are also philanthropist, and their mind towards the humanity. I want to do something for the humans. I do something for their welfare, and they don't mind to spend the money for that also. If see, there are the peoples will do, okay, I want to spend 10% of my salary, and they also have only in their mind they are not able to do that. But when the Lagna Lord in the 12th house means, if they decided 10% I want to spend from my salary means, they will spend 50%. Okay. If you ask me, it's a good or bad, it is a good and bad. Why? The intention was good, but there was no control in the financial management. So they are always their mind and thinking process inclined towards the welfare of the humanity. Okay, when the Lagna Lord in the 12th house means, the one more benefit they will have the self-control and the mastery of the senses. They in a way they can uh, their senses will be work very effective. They can sense all kind of the smell. They can hear the sounds. Okay, then you can ask the questions. How come the mastery of the senses becomes a self-control? This is too contradicting, right? But when you go through your senses, whether it is the hearing, smelling, seeing, or touching, or you feel the sense of touching, whatever it is, the self-control which comes on its own. Why? Because when you become the mastery of the senses means you exactly feeling that senses and control inside your body. So you are going inward, not outward. When the mastery of senses means it's not going outward, it's going inward. When you are going inward, all kind of the senses. Oh, I have to plug in again. Give me 1 second. Can I? Okay, sorry for that. Okay. The mastery of the senses. Even if you, I am not sure whether you heard about this meditation. When any of the persons they want to make a self-control, there was a one kind of the meditation. What they will do, they traveled towards the senses zone, not outward. They traveled towards the senses. They ask you to hear the sounds, whatever the sounds which you are hearing, even if it was inside you or outside you. They ask you to hear the sounds and concentrate on the sounds which is far away from you. So when you are doing all this kind of the things, when you increase your senses, you are automatically your self-control is also increase in the same. So both the things are inbuilt for them. The other peoples have to develop, they have to practice and develop. But for them, the genetics comes in such a way that they self-control and the mastery of the senses in a high level. Okay. Okay. One thing you have to remember when the Lagna Lord in the 12 things means seek more pleasure. That is the one thing which you can remember about Lagna Lord in the 12th house. Anybody having Lagna Lord in the 12th house?
Anita, my husband has Lagna Lord in 12th house, but it is also with Ketu in the 12th house. His Lagna is Rishabh Lagna, and in Mars house, that is in that Aries, he has Venus and Ketu there.
Here in the Aries,
That
Venus
is in
and
the, Venus and Ketu are together.
Oh.
And Jupiter is in the 5th house. So as you said, family is pulling in. That's Jupiter, because he's Dhanus Rasi. So, but this Jupiter is in the 5th house. That is in Kanya.
Okay. Now, which one is matches with him? Which is
first one is correct. Good education, good status. Then, of course, strong mother, very strong mother. And luck should be from his mother only, I'm sure. But this spend without hesitation, no. He is very careful. I spend without hesitation, but he is like, he'll pull me back also. Like he's kind of is very says this is not necessary, like that way.
Exactly. The Ketu was doing here because the Venus was, when the Venus was in a 12th house, means it was increasing the spending. Like, I'm going full for it. But when the Ketu was there, Ketu was thinking, is that you needed?
Yeah, he won't. So I only make him do, but he doesn't. So.
Yeah, the Ketu will do its job.
Yeah, that is, of course, he doesn't gamble and all that. That is, he's very disciplined from the day one. Then this probably I'll agree in some point. Follower of the principle, right means for the right ends. So sometimes these all are during that Vedanta class and all when we have discussions. So he has something in his mind. He says, no, I will not accept the answer because that is not proving the point. Like that he will say for a few of the questions. So probably what you said, like he has a rigid mindset for certain things in his mind. I think, I don't know that he may be right, but I feel that way. Then a philanthropist also, yes, he donates for donations, he does.
Okay.
But he will do small amount, but I will force him to give a little big amount. So this is another thing. This self-control, yeah, he is always is okay, grounded, very grounded, and he has his own self-control. So that part of it is true. But one thing is, friends, when he has given money for that their businesses and all, they have never returned it back. Probably that is spent without hesitation. Maybe I think, I don't know. Only that part of it.
The friends or not. What is the 11th? Okay, give me a second. Jupiter in the house only.
Yeah. Friends, in a sense, colleagues who work with him, like 1 or 2 cases have become like that. That's what it is.
Where is the moon? Moon is in the Jupiter.
Moon is in the Dhanus house.
I see. But
just the 2 incidents, that's all. Other than that, nothing. Yeah.
But when the Parayasthana will do its work, okay, whatever the significance of the Venus, whatever the significance of the Ketu, whichever if this two is not happening, the significance of this, the spending which is relevant to Venus, spending which is relevant to Ketu, or if it was not happening, the spending relevant to Mars. If the threes are the aspecting planets, the expenses will come and will definitely happen, because when the Venus and the Ketu, relevant expenses will be for sure.
Okay.
But the basic rule is only one thing: the graha which is placed in the Rashi will do its work for sure. It won't miss that work. It will do it up. Okay. Awesome. Now, I thought to start the second house.
Vinita, I have a question. How is the mother connected with the 12th house?
Okay, now I thought to make it as a homework for you. Let's see this. Okay, let's see this. Which is like, let's consider the Rishabh. Okay, which what is the mother was here?
Fourth house.
Fourth house, right? This is your mother. Now, which house we are talking about?
12th.
12th house here. Okay. Now you tell me what is the connection here? Your Lagna is here, fourth house here, your 12th house is here. Why the mother becomes strong? Hmm? Okay, the same question.
Ninth house is for luck. So from 4th, 12th is the 9th house. Is it because of that? But why mother? I don't know.
Is it the Kendra houses?
Yeah, how
1,
the 12
4.
becomes the Kendra?
No, 12 is
Okay.
not Kendra.
Okay, this is find the answer. But the same question, if you find the answer for this one, you can definitely find the answer for this also. Okay, just make it as a homework. If you find this answer, you don't need to work for this. You can simply see and tell me. Okay.
So
Now
previous
let's
one is
go.
why delay. Now the second homework is why
Second one is why the strong mother? Because
a strong
what is the
mother.
connection? Because the Lagna Lord was in the 12th. My mother is in the 4th house. Why? What is the 12 is playing role here? Right?
Hmm.
You got the point here? Whichever Lagna you have, your 4th house representing your mother, but the 12th house, when the Lagna Lord goes in the 12th house, means it is a strong mother. Why?
Okay, we'll find it out. Try to.
That is when, if you find this answer, the delay in the delay in the marital relationship when the Lagna Lord in the 11th house, then you can find this answer also. Okay. Now let's move into the harsh.
Vanita,
Hmm.
Vanita, small one general question for curiosity purpose. Shall I ask you? There is some everywhere they are telling there is Simrashi, there is horrible next to 1 month. What is that? They are telling very bad for Simrashi. It is true.
So it's kind of true. I will tell you that. See, it's not like now this. No, it's good for you because if
Rashi.
you're Rashi,
Rashi.
before that I will to show you the Gochara. Okay. One thing about also here. Okay. So, in Tamil month, the first month which starting here it is in the Mesha Rasi when the sun was entering, we celebrate this month. What is the meaning? Because the sun's energy was coming closer towards the planet which we are living. That is the earth. So the sun was closer to the earth. So that's why you get all the benefits from the sun. So all this month, this is all the good for them. Okay, but this is the point where the sun is moving away from the distance was increasing. When it starts, it's not middle of the month only. The distance will get increased from here. It's the middle of the month, not the full month. But the worst comes here, and here. If you see in southern part of particularly in Tamil Nadu, we celebrate this one festival called Kartigai. The when the festival was happening, we lit the lamp for the entire house. Can't even imagine how many lights we will have. Yeah, Kartiki Deepam, we call it as, and there was a very big happening in the Tiruvannamalai also. But then you may have the question, right? Why it was happening only in the Kartika month? It's not happening in any other month. Why? Because the sun's energy was completely depleted in this month of the Kartika. That's why we need this sun's warmth, sun's light. So that's why they lit the lamp in the entire Kartika months. They won't lit the lamp for it. They won't miss to lit the lamp for single day. Every day they put the lamp outside also, inside also.
Yes,
so what is the meaning?
Outside also we keep. Yeah.
Yeah, they are increasing the energy of the sun. Why? This is the month where the energy of the sun is depleted gradually. That's why the people will say, okay, when the sun's energy is, what is the sun's energy is depleted? Means it's going away from the earth. So that's why it's not able to get the full significant energy from the sun. So that's why the people generated as the festival to do this kind of the stuff. When the month's going on, right? The Margali and the we call this these are the months where the sun is away from the earth. So that's why they celebrate it, make it as a celebration month. In the month of the Margali, every temple is celebration, and they won't make they won't have any kind of the family festival.
So that is Dhanurmasa Puja. The entire month is Dhanurmasa Puja.
Which one?
When it comes to
that is month of November, December.
Yeah. When sun is in Dhanur, it's Dhanur Puja, right?
Dhanur?
Margari in Tamil is corresponds to sun in Dhanur Rasi.
Yeah, correct. This one, right?
Yeah.
Then the Kartik will come here or here?
In Vrishchiga.
In Vrishchiga, right? So it's in the half of this month it will start. It goes away like this when the Magara Sankranti will happen here, right?
Correct.
Exactly.
Correct.
This is the point. Yes. Then we will celebrate as the Pongal again. Exactly, right? This is the month, if I'm not wrong. So that is the time where again the sun is going to give you the full prosperity in your life. So when you celebrate the sun here, and this becomes your beginning of the year, the days on goes like this. Okay, the simple bottom line. When the sun goes away, the the energy which you received to this planet, it's also reduced gradually, and it's drastically reduced when particularly on this month, in the Kartigai month. So that's why the festival, they compensated with the festival. Then the people will say, okay, the sun is goes away, and what that will become in your health, you may feel sick, you fall sick often if the heat is not in your body sufficiently, and there is a higher chances you may feel sick. And in the earlier days, they encountered the plague also. They encountered enormous diseases. But nowadays, when the modern days, the medicines was increased, and now the disease level, the plague level was highly reduced. But the falling sick is happen. You may fall sick once in a while, once in a month, or once in a while. That's why the people will say, okay, the month starts and like it's not good for the human. It's not that just like that. When you do the Surya Namaskar at this time, when you do the pranayama, when you go for a walking, or you make busy yourself, it won't come, the sickness won't come. But then this is a challenging part of every human also, because these few months, your body won't help you to be brisk. You want to sleep all the time, or you want to get rest all the time, or you want to inside your home all the time. But when you break these obstacles, then your health will be good. Yeah.
But Vanita, what they say in TV, particularly Simha Rashi, is very, very serious, and they are telling 2 months.
Not only
Simha
for
Rashi only.
Don't worry, no, not only for you, for everybody. Okay, it's 12 rasis. All the 12 rasis will encounter the same problem. It's not only for this.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much.
The mention it is
they could be saying because of the Ashtama Sani, right?
They could be saying
because of Ashtama Sani. For Simha Rasi, Sani is in the 8th position.
Because of that, Ashtama Sani, I forgot that one. I thought because of the sun they are saying. Oh,
but Dasha Bhukti, Shani is not there. Guru Dasha is there.
Then you don't need to worry about that. If
Jupiter
the Dasha Bhukti, okay, the Ashtama Sani will do its work for sure. Okay, it won't leave you just like that. It will do its job.
Okay,
but when Dashabadi was good, it will makes you. It was like a little bit scratch only here and there. That's it. It won't make you that much.
Okay, thank you. Vanita, one more, just general question. Shall I ask you?
Go ahead.
this because we discussed. When we do perform any marriage of bride or bridegrooms, or when we do some auspicious thing, we say Gurubala in Kannada. We call Gurubala. That means Guru's blessing should be there. They say they have to refer to the Dasha Bhukti, or they have to see from 2, 5, 7, 9, 11 house. You have to see. They say which is correct.
Both are
For
correct. We have to
both
see the Gurupala when, and also this combination is also required.
But Guru takes 1 year, once in a year to traverse, no, madam?
See, whenever you see the Guru significance or Guru Balam in your Janana Jadakam, if mostly when you see the Guru Balam, why you see the Guru Balam, first of all, whether you get married or when you are going to have a children. Okay, these are the two things.
Yeah.
So for that, you should, when the Guru in the Gocharam, it have to be navigate every year. It have to be navigate from one Rashi to the another.
Yeah.
But whenever this kind of specific question was asked, you have to see the Lagna and the Putrasthana 5, and whether you have it or not, based on the Dashabhuti which is happening, and along with the Gochar. Okay, so every question is depends upon the other combination. That's why I said at least see the 3 combinations. Whether you can see the Rashi or Lagna Lord, Gocharam is helping. Kind of the 3 combination makes your answer supportive. If the number of the combination is not supportive, we said no. But be diplomatic, don't harsh with any what the questions they ask. If you are not able to make it a diplomatic answer, try to make it as a very slight positive, slight negative.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much. Thank you. Nice.
Let's get into quickly. We'll finish the horoscope, then we'll close the class. Okay. I guess I exceeded my time too much. Okay, let's quickly view this. Horoscope for Vashanti, female 60, and date of birth we already knew. We found out for the last week, Karka Lagna, Vrishika Rashi. Dashabhuti was happening. Venus Dasha, Sunny Buddhi, Mercury. So whenever you see the Dashabhuti combination, give much more importance to the Buddhinathan. Buddhinathan plays the biggest role than the Dashanathan, then another. So you have to give much more importance to the Buddhinathan. Keep that in mind all the time. Have the Gocharam chart handy. That's much important. But in the beginning of the times when you are practicing, having the Gocharam may not be easy for you, but that's okay. You can make a relaxation here and there. But whenever you are doing for serious reading, make the Gocharam chart handy. That's really needed. Okay. What chart we need? Baba chart 9th Bhavam, mostly we refer. But in the beginning, you may ignore this also. Okay, for at least for an year of the practice, you can ignore the Bhava chart completely and you only concentrate on the Janma Jadakam. That is more than. But Gocharam have the Gocharam handy all the time. Okay, let's say when it comes into the Vashanti Jadakam, the Chatbala, why we need to see the Chatbala? We want to understand which Graha is more significant and the strength is really super good. So the strength of the Graha which is highest is Saturn, and the Saturn is also Buddhinathan now. So what we can understand from here, the Saturn is going, the auspicious is really high for that. That is, the Buddhinathan is also happening. So number of good things definitely will be going in her life. Okay? Then make a note of it, which Graha was least here. The Sun is very least here. Make note of that. And what is the position of the moon? Make a note of that. Whenever you have the horoscope in your hand, ask them the specific questions. If it was not now we are going to see this in a very general way. We have to see all the 1 to 12 houses. So we are not concentrating on any specific graphs. But when you are seeing the horoscope, when they are making the specific questions, see the relevant graphs. What is the Shadbala also? Okay. Now we have the rough look. Okay, the Saturn is the one, the Sun is the least. Okay, anybody did the homework? Yes, no?
Yes, ma'am. I think, yes, ma'am. Second house is Leo, Sima. And the Lord is placed in the third house. So second Lord in the third house gives the strong Bhavat Bhav.
Money flow will be very good.
Okay.
Yeah, the second house is
Wait a
actually
second.
good.
Before that, let's see about go one by one. Which is the Kendra here? This is the one.
159.
We'll go one by one.
1470.
1, 4,
710.
710.
7, 10. So this point, this one, 2, 3, and when you see the Kendra and the Trikona, the North Indian chart will help you the easiest way. Okay? Now we can see this. This is the point where the Kendra. When you see the Kendra itself, you have to make a mind note that is there any grahas in the Kendra. If there is any number of grahas in the Kendra, then it's a really great auspicious. Now we can see there was a Venus was in the Kendra. So take a mental note. Okay. Now we have to see the Trikona also. Which is the Trikona here?
159.
1, 5, 2, stay here. 5 and 9. Okay. So here also take a note. Which one is having a graha? 9 to know, 1 to know. And in the fifth
is-
house, there are the 3 grahas presented. Okay. And make a note of it, which are the grahas present. Moon, Mars, and the Ketu. So among the 9 grahas, 1 is present in the Kendra, 3 is present in the Trikona. This is good. Among the 9, 4 is present in the good position. Now let's see about the Yoga Karaka. Anybody remember the Yoga Karaka?
Planet which is in both 14710 and 159. There are no such planets. Common
Why?
planets.
Why? For the Cancer, which one is the Yoga Karaka? What is the rule here?
Mars is the yoga. Mars.
Mars, right? Anybody know why the Mars it is? Why we mention it as
It should be part of both 159 and 1417. Okay.
You remember, you understand this point, right? It is the part of the Kendra, and it's also present in the Kendra, it's also present in the Trikona. Then that Adipati becomes the Yogakaraka. Now for her, the Mars becomes the Yogakaraka. So here, the fifth house shows the biggest auspiciousness in her life. It also contains 3 grahas. 1 graha is the Yogakaraka, and it's also in the Trikona. Keep that in mind when you are.
Ma'am, how is Mars Yoga Karaka here? It is in 5th house.
Forgot everything. Okay. Anybody remember the rules?
Planet that is a part of both 159 and 14710. That is what I remember. Is that wrong?
No, it's correct.
Correct. Correct. Then how come I say it is a Mars?
Because is it also that also owns Mesha?
Okay. Let me see if I wait a second. It is here. What I can easily tell you. Okay, wait. Wait a second. Okay. Yes. Which Lagna she is?
Kataka.
Cancer.
Kataka.
This one, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Yes or no? So when the Kadaka Lagna was there, which becomes the Trikona, which become the 159 Scorpio. The Lord, if you see the Scorpio, who's the Lord here? Who's the Graha here? Mars. For the Aries, who's the Lord here? Mars. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's see the example. Let's Shiva. if you are the Rishabha Lagna, who is your Yoga Karaka? Saturn. Why Saturn becomes a Yoga Karaka? The Taurus 9th house is the Capricorn, 10th house is an Aquarius. Who's the Lord? Saturn is the Lord. Yes or no?
Saturn. Yeah.
The same goes
Okay,
for
now I
Guru.
understood. I was mistaken. We have to look at the house lord, not what is there in the native chart. Okay. Thank you.
Now for her, the Mars becomes the Yoga. So keep that in mind. Mars becomes a Yoga, it's also in Trikona. Now, the four grahas which is present in the Kendra and the Trikona. Keep that in mind also. Grahas combination. Look for the rasis which is having more grahas. Now, here, which is having the more grahas? One is here and one is here. Okay, the things all are already having the single grahas. So we have to give much more importance to the fifth house as well as to the third house. So this is also you have to keep that in mind. 5 and the 3. Other houses are single grahas. So next we have to see the aspects. Before we are seeing the aspects, see is the graha strength and the weakness. Okay? If anytime you are seeing the horoscope, you have to see the. Okay, let me raise this first. Okay. In any grahas which you have, all the 9 grahas aspect you have to be see before you read the horoscope. Okay. So Venus goes here. Jupiter, what are the aspects of the Jupiter? You tell me.
5, 7, 9.
5, 7, 9. Now tell me the houses.
Oh.
Jupiter was in the 12th house.
Libra, Tula Rasi, then Dhanu Rasi, and Aquarius, Kumbh Rasi.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whenever you see also you will come across this different knowledge. Why? Now the Guru and Saturn was combination. You see this? Guru Saturn combination. Keep that in mind. That the combination was here. Guru Saturn combination. Well, Saturn is retrograde. Yes, it is retrograde. So Guru Vakra Shani combination. Now, and the Guru Shukra combination also. If you see this, the Guru Shukra combination. So remember that. Then we will move into. We saw this, there was no graha in the ascendant, Sun, which is having only this, and the Mercury here. Okay. Now, what is special about the Mercury here? When you see the aspect, remember the graha where it was placed in the own house.
It's,
So that will help you in the second next point.
Mercury
What
is
is special
exalted.
about here? Own house.
Exalted. Mercury is exalted.
Own house and exalted.
So it's carry the 2 points, own house and also exalted. Now, Venus is in its own house or not? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a Panchamaha Purusha Yoga.
Yeah. Venus is
Malavya
in the
Yoga. Malavya Yoga.
Yes, Venus is in the own house. Now let's see about, we see this moon which is in the own house or not? No, right?
No.
Debilitated.
No.
Debilitated.
Debilitated.
Debilitated and not in the own house. And what is special about this moon? He's a Lagnadipati.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in the 5th house.
And Mars is in the own house or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And Ketu?
Is debilitated, I think.
Debilitated or exalted?
Exalted, sorry.
Okay. Now the Rahu is also exalted. When the Ketu is exalted, obviously Rahu is exalted.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, now let's see about moon, which is having the point here. So the arrows can make you busy for some times, but that is here. Can erase this also. Let's
It's
see
4
about
o'clock for you.
Oh yeah, I have to go. We'll finish this one aspect. We'll finish this other things later. Okay. Now see about the Mars. Mars aspect.
3, sorry. 3, 4, 7, 8. Sorry. 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4. Aquarius. and
then
Rishabha and
Rishabha,
Gemini.
Gemini.
yeah,
Midhuna.
Rishabha and Raja. Yeah. Okay. Now, whenever you see this combination also. So the Mars and the Saturn combination. This is okay. Vasanthi is in the call. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was there.
Okay.
I'm here.
Your marriage is delayed marriage or it's happened on the right time?
No, right time, 23.
Okay, see this. When the Mars and the Saturn combination was there, this is only aspecting, that's why, and Mars is also becomes the Yoga, then you then get that kind of the side effect of that. Okay. Now
Also,
Mars,
is it because Saturn is retrograde here?
no, when the Saturn was retrograde and the Mars combination was combined, the delayed in marriage for sure. But this can be eliminated when the Mars holding the highest power. When the Mars, imagine this situation is really powerful. See, the Mars is the Yoga Karaka and it's also in the Trikona. It is the greater auspiciousness. It overcomes the Saturn's energy. That's why the marriage happened at the right age. And imagine a situation, retrograde Saturn plus Mars, then the people will literally say, what do you know? Anybody have an understanding about this Saturn and the Mars combination? There was one, they called it the one dosha.
Kuja dosha. No?
Kuja dosha,
No,
yes.
no.
But it have to be, when they say the Kuja dosha, it have to be combined, not aspect. They combine it together, that's the point they will say that. But it was aspecting, it won't have that kind of the benefit. Okay? We'll see that. But this is the greater understanding when it can be over. Now imagine a situation that Mars was sitting here. It was combination. Because the Saturn is own house, Mars combined with the retrograde Saturn. We'll see that later if we find the time. Now let's see about the Ketu. Ketu is having a completely good one here in the 7th house. And also in several other people will see the Ketu is having only one aspect. But we will see is about the 3, 7 and 11. Okay. 3 and goes here and it goes to here, 11th house. So it's aspecting 3rd house, 7th house, and the 11th house. Now Saturn, okay, let's see the hero.
Mesha,
Mesha.
Simha, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. Whenever we reading the chart, keep it in mind where the aspect what's happening. We'll see that later where other 5 and 6 and followed by the Lagna. Okay. That homework is okay. Or we want more homework. Okay, we'll see you all next week then.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Anita.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.